We're going to do our first small assignment for our turntablism unit. So I'm calling it turntablism because we're talking about using the turntable as an actual instrument. And so we're going to do some mixing, we're going to make playlists, we're going to do play with some samples and loops. So we're going to do some cool stuff. Now, but first thing I want you to do is I want you to have an opportunity to sort of play with the program that we're going to be using and start thinking about the music that we want. So on Chromebook, there actually is a program that we can use, and it's called UDJ. So there are a lot of free programs. There's a lot of paid programs out there that you could use for DJing and mixing. However, not a lot are available for Chromebook. And the reason, primarily that is anybody that's really serious into DJing, they're not going to be using a Chromebook because Chromebooks are fairly inexpensive. They want something that's higher quality. You're saving a lot of audio files, and the Chromebook just doesn't sort of cut it in terms of the power that it has, the capabilities that it has. So you're going to find it a really hard time to actually find free programs for Chrome, but they do have something that's actually going to help us, and that will work for what we're doing. So what I like about this is like a real interface for as if we were actually doing actual DJing stuff. So it works. So this is called u.dj. So you're going to hit the link and you're going to go to visit website, and it's going to take you to it. I've actually just downloaded the actual program. But this works with all Chrome. So again, there's other stuff that's out there that's better, but this will work. So another thing that's important to know is in terms of music is that this is a free program, but the way that you're going to access songs is going to be through SoundCloud. Your music, where you could upload music perhaps from iTunes or anything that you have saved on your computer, this doesn't have that capability, again, because normally Chromebook doesn't have because you can't save actually anything on the actual computer itself. You're restricted in terms of that. Plus you could possibly use this, but you would have to actually pay for this feature. So what we're sort of stuck on is just using audio from SoundCloud, which is okay and it's free. Now, the other issue is that on SoundCloud, not all songs will be available. SoundCloud is like a place where they do have actual songs like iTunes would or Spotify would, but they want you to pay for particular songs. So a lot of the songs that are going to be on there are going to be places where musicians that are just sort of starting out have uploaded their own songs. People have done their own remixes. So we're just going to do the best we can with what we have, and there's actually quite a bit of stuff on there, so it's still pretty good. So all the audio that they have here is from SoundCloud. So they do have a lot of neat things that you can look at. They have hot songs that you can check out. So you may not have heard of a lot of these people, but again, these are sort of new up-and-coming musicians. They actually have different sort of genres of music here if you want to check out any of that kind of stuff, so you could do that as well, or we can actually just search out stuff. So our first step today is we want to make a playlist of 5 songs. So we're going to do our best to find 5 songs that are going to go on a playlist, and the songs are going to be from SoundCloud. Now, the songs that you pick today are all going to work well together, so they're all going to fit on a theme. So whether maybe you're going to do a dance mix, maybe you're going to do a chill study mix, maybe you're going to do a trancey kind of meditation kind of mix. I've decided that I'm going to do old school mix because that's what I know. So part of the songs that I think that I'm looking for, some of the bands that I'm looking for, are going to be Beastie Boys, Run DMC, Grandmaster Flash, LL Cool J, and Salt and Pepper, because that's what I'm feeling. So that's what I've got on my Spotify playlist right now, is to kind of get into this. So I'm going to check this out. So I'm going to search some of these bands, for these musicians. So I'm going to check out Beastie Boys. So you're going to look at the music now. You can listen to what they have. So some of them are actually going to be by the Beastie Boys. So these are the names of the songs and then the musicians. Some of them are going to be different remixes that people have done, right? So, either of those are actually totally fine, but you probably want to listen to it. So to listen to it, to make sure it's what you want, there's 2 options. Is you can listen to it on the left turntable or the right turntable. So if I add it to the left turntable, I just play it there, and then I can just listen. Okay. So that's definitely the Beastie Boys song. There's actually going to be some other, again, so there's some remixes and stuff, so whatever you want to use, but listen to it first. What I found is some of them are slowed down and changed so much, it's kind of not what I'm looking for. So I like that one. So I'm going to hit the favorite button. I'm going to hit the heart there for it. And what that does, it actually saves it under my favorites here. So that's my first one. Okay, so I'm just going to find my other songs. I'm going to go Run DMC. It's Tricky is a good one. Let's go. I just want to make sure that it's the right It's Tricky version. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a classic. I'm going to favorite that one, so that might be my second song. All right, Grandmaster Flash. Oh, yeah. I think the message is pretty good. Let me just double check this. Okay, awesome. Classic tune. I'm going to favorite that one. Oh my God, that reminds me of roller skating in the 80s. Okay, LL Cool J. He's an actor now. I Need Love is a good one. Let me just check and make sure it's the right version. That's a good one, but it's not really like a pumped up one to go with the other one. So I'm going to try this one. Mama Said Knock You Out, because it's more of a pumped up one, and I think we'll go the other. Okay, I think that one works much better with the other songs that I have. It's like, even though I'm doing, my whole theme is like old school, but I don't want to sort of change the mood too much between songs. So that one works better for me. So I'm going to favorite that one. And last one, oh yeah, Salt and Pepper. Push It is like the most favorite one, but it's the most popular one. I like the Shoop's a good one too. Let me just see where that sounds. Okay, that sounds a bit slow. Okay, I'll go through them. I'm just going to Push It for now because I think the beat's pretty good. Okay, so that one works because it's like, again, it's sort of like the same sort of mood as the other ones. Okay, perfect. So now that I've got my 5 songs, I go back to my favorites. So I have my Salt and Pepper, LL Cool J, Grandmaster Flash, Run DMC, and my Beastie Boys. Okay, what I want you to do is I want to organize all my music, and I want to put that in a playlist. So I already have my old school playlist here, but it's easy to make one. You're going to put Add Playlist, and then you just put Edit, and then you're going to name it something. So name it, I'm going to put Test because I already have one, but name it the character of what it is. Okay, so is it a dance? Is it a pumped up one? Is it a chill one? Is it a kind of a trance? Is it what is it, right? Is it a country? What is it? What kind of playlist is it? Okay, so now I have my old school playlist. What I want to do is I want to take those songs and I want to put them in that playlist. It's really important as a DJ when you're collecting music, because as a DJ you would have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs. It's important to organize them. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to highlight it and I'm going to drag it to old school. Cool. Okay, so now if I go to my old school playlist, there's my 5 songs. Okay, so pretty cool. Now, so that's the most important thing to get started. When you're done all that, I would just take a minute to sort of fool around with a few things and start trying some of them. So again, let's try Intergalactic on the left one. I'm going to try It's Tricky on the right one. So just a few things that we're going to go through it more, but I would just spend some time playing around with them. This is the volume for the left, this is the volume for the right, and this changes the speed. So this song here is at 106 beats per minute, and this song here, It's Tricky is 127 beats per minute, which means that It's Tricky is faster than Intergalactic, the Beastie Boys. If I put that in the middle, it's going to make them both the same. Anyway, I'm just going to play around with it. I'm going to turn the volume of that one down, so when I play it, and you can play around and change the volume on this one when I play this, and play around with those. A couple other things that I'm just going to let you to play around with just today, just to try it and see what it does. Let's just start with, keep on intergalactic. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit so you can hear me. So while you play around with some of these different effects, again, we're not paying it for anything, so there's a slicer. Just try these different things and see what they do. So play around with those and see what they do. So there's that you can play around with. There's also a sampler here, which I don't love, but it's not too bad. So it does different things. So play around with these different sound effects and see what they do. Again, the free ones are the ones that are highlighted. Last thing is different loops, and I'll just show you what that does really quick. So what it does is this loops or repeats the last 4 bars when I click it, or the last 2, or 1, or a half, or right. So you push it again to stop it. So after you've done your playlist, all I want you to do is maybe try one song, loading it up, playing around with the different features here, maybe try some loops, maybe add some stuff on the sampler, just to kind of play around with different volumes. Maybe you can practice going from one to another, maybe mixing them through here, but we'll definitely talk more about that. Okay? All right, have fun.